G'day David, how you doing? How's the park looking today? Just wait for a couple to arrive at the table. Hey David, thanks for joining us. Hope your day's going alright, guys. Hey Shen, how you doing? Nice to see you. I wasn't able to find that Santos Bonacci's ABC one. I'm still looking for it. Thanks for that though, appreciate it. I got that there. See how that works? So gnosis, a definition of gnosis, with a silent G. Esoteric knowledge of spiritual truth, held by the ancient Gnostics to be essential to salvation. Okay. Tuiaroha Williams, thanks for joining us. Nice to see you at the table. I'm going to go through a bit more food for thought. Because we all like a bit of food for thought. Bit of gnosis. What was the other one I had there? I had another one there actually. What was the other one? Oh, vowels, that's right. And what do vowels do? A vowel is a one of a class of speech sounds in the articulation of which the oral part of the breath channel is not blocked and is not constricted enough to cause audible friction. Interesting. We might go into the vowels today. I'm not too sure whether we'll get there or not. But we'll definitely cover a bit of gnosis or gnosis. So we'll get into a bit of that. And I've redrawn the board here, if you might remember, when the camera adjusts. Tuiaroha Williams, cheers bro. So we're living in two worlds. We've got our feet in two worlds, which is not really good light there. I might turn the light on, doesn't it? Makes any difference. Well, that didn't make much difference, did it? Okay, so we're living in the world and living in the... We're operating in two different entities here. Okay, in the world of the living, it's lawful. You have rights, they're inherent, they're inalienable. You're on the land, you have standing, it's solid, it's sound, it's ground. You affirm that with truth. It's common, it's local. There's no excuse for ignorance. Do you know why they say there's no excuse? Ignorance of the law is no excuse. Do you want to know why they tell you that? Because, like, I can guarantee that 90% of the people out there are ignorant of this. They're ignorant of this law. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. Why? Why? You got to go to school, university, and get degrees for years. Degrees. Which degree? The 33rd. Oh no, it's only the 3rd degree. The degrees in here. I digress. Okay. If you want to get back into the world of the living, makes sense, doesn't it? Not this one. This one here. And they tell us we've got 5 of those: sight, sound, smell, touch, taste. But there's intuition and sense of humour and many, many more, I'm sure. Okay? So ignorance of the law is no excuse. That's because in the old days everyone had one of these in their houses. And the laws in that are really simple. Really, really simple. The laws in that book there are really simple. Ultimately, it comes down to that. Buddha was not a Buddhist, Jesus was not a Christian, Muhammad was not a Muslim. They were teachers who taught love. Love was their religion. No, I can't find it. Oh, so these laws are really simple. Cause no harm, cause no injury. Keep the peace. The peace. Those operators out there who are enforcing that law, they should be peace officers, not policy enforcement officers. It's the police. You didn't figure that out. They should be peace officers. Over in this one. Over here. Instead of over there. You see how that works? That's how that works. It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple stuff. There's two worlds you're operating in. You give it all away, you keep jumping from... When that adjusts... Actually, maybe I'll pull that curtain. There's too much light behind it, I think. Oh, there we go. See that? We're jumping over here from this world, getting into this world, so we're getting out of this real simple law. Cause no harm, cause no injury, live and let live, do unto others that you'd be done by. Do not deceive, don't kill, don't lie. They're pretty simple. They're pretty simple rules, those ones, folks. So what's happened is they've all jumped over into this ship. And that's unfathomable, because it's deep. It's unfathomable, and you're in the water. Do you see? Do you see? And that gets you into admiralty jurisdiction, commercial, commerce, of the water. Of the water. They call those things on TVs commercials, don't they, folks? I mean, it's in front of your face. They call that one there, they call that a monitor. Who do you think it's monitoring, folks? It runs by programs. Do you see how that works? Do you see how that works? It's a monitor. They call it a monitor. It's in front of your face. And we're operating over here, and it's unfathomable. You'll never ever figure it out. In fact, have I written that there? It's called legalese, folks. It's called legalese. It's like Chinese or Japanese or chimpanzees. It's another language. It's this language here. And do you know what they call legalese in a dictionary? Legal jargon, folks. I haven't got... I've got a lot of dictionaries here at the moment, but I'm not going to pull one out. But legalese in an English dictionary is called legal jargon. And then I want you to go and look up the word jargon, because it'll tell you that it's an unintelligible language right in front of your face. It'll tell you. Dead Sea Scrolls. Exactly. Dead Sea Scrolls, legalese, jargon, an unintelligible language, folks. And that's where they get colour of law. That's where the colour of law comes from. Because it's up to their own discretion. They're making it up as they go along. They're making it up as they go along. And we need to get back over here, folks, because that's easy. It's easy. Now, have I said to you folks before, I'm not a religious man, because religion means to bind again. That's already happened with that book. You've already been bound once. You're over here. You see how that works? You've already been bound once. You don't want to be bound again with the Legion. What Legion is it? Oh, it's a guild, actually. A guild. Maybe they were Masons. Who knows? They got the Freemasonry after the old world was destroyed. What do they call that one, the New World? Isn't that funny? It's funny how they label these things. Hide it in front of your faces, folks. It's right in front of your faces. You see? It's current. Current, isn't it? It's currency. I'll show you that one again. Where is it? And this is how they're doing it. Divide and rule. The measure and the compass. Hey, those measure degrees too, don't they? You see how that all works? You need to turn that friggin' TV off, folks. You need to trash the thing. I don't know. You got to stop watching that shit because it's getting you all over here. You think you're all informed. Unfortunately, you're all misinformed. And that's what's going on. You're missing the picture, even though it's right in front of our faces. And we're jumping over this world by consent. Because the old cons, piracy, they're pirating your ship. They're pirating your ship every day. And you know what it's called? It's called, I'll show you how this works. Oh, I flipped around again, sorry about that. Oh no, wait a minute, where am I going? How did that work? That's it, isn't it? It's tax. Hey, they're telling you. It's tax. It's a tax, folks. Attack. Every corner, every wave you go over, every shore you try and navigate, you're getting taxed. And that's what's going on. That's what's going on. Okay? We need to get back to our sovereignship, folks. If you want to be you want to navigate, you want to learn to navigate, okay? Because the currents of the sea have all got us. In fact, we're at the mercy. Do you know where the word mercy come from? Mer of the sea, my friends. Mercy. Mercy. Do you see? And mercy originally meant money. Money. Folks, that's what mercy meant. Because the beggars, beg. The beggars were in Ur. The beggars were in Ur. Because they were begging. They were begging for rights that they already owned. They just dropped them. They dropped them for a while. They dropped them for a while, folks. We've got our lights on low beam. We need to step it up, folks. Let's get on high beam. What's money? Let's look at that word. Mon is one. Oh, eye. What's one eye, folks? Is it that there? Is that what it is? Is that the one eye? Oh, it's A. Oh, no, that's A, Norm. That's AI. Do you see how that works, folks? Oh, is that AI? I'll do that again for you. See, money, mon, one, I. Where was I? Money is one eye. Oh, you got it anyway. Pyramid. One eye. Here's the eye. AI. It's AI, folks. See that? Ah. You're going, ah. What note did you tune your R in there when a light went on? Because that's what knowledge does. It's power. Power is light. Because light is transported, for us usually, in a cord, isn't it? A cord. And a cord transfers current, doesn't it? See how that works? That's how that works. That's how that works. Hey Brett, thanks for joining us. Hope you're keeping up. But I'm trying to show you exactly what's going on. How we've been deceived. And you know the old Latin term, caveat emptor? I've taught you about this, caveat emptor. Let those that be deceived be deceived. Hey. See, in the old pyramid, the old AI, well, a bit tidier. We'll give it a head and tail as well, eh? We'll give it a head. We'll give it a head and grounding. Oh no, we won't. We'll leave it in the lowercase. We'll lowercase it. There we go. See, AI, money, one eye. Mercy was money. Give the mercy to the beggar. It's in the beginning. Is he beginning? What's he beginning? Eh? What's he doing? He's being a beggar. He's in it. He's in. He's beginning. Is he? What's he doing? He's beginning his demise from that world into that world. And from this simple world here into that world. Okay, the rules in there are pretty easy. And we have there's a lot of power there, folks. You know. Again, words will do this one for you. Or have I got it? Oh, no, I haven't. Actually, my pen's going a bit funny. See that word there, insights. That word there incites many. See how that works? See how that works? That word there can incite or incite. Let's put that in. Can incite in the world of the dead, or can incite if we want to be in the world of the living. And here's where we want to be, folks. Insight. And that gives you, again, it gives you standing in three ways. Over, under, and inner. See how that works? Standing. You get it. Insight. That's where we want to get. Insight. Don't we? We want insight. And that takes... Oh, I've got it over here, I think. We want to be in this world. We want to have insight. Now, these rules and regulations, there's, you know, basically 10 of them. But there's all sorts of idioms, colloquialisms, foundational truths, hidden truths, many layered levels of communication going on in there. And that one, 1,000 million times more so. You know, and you're going to get confused. The cons are going to fuse things. That's what they do. That's what they do. The cons fuse things in their piracy. And the pirates of the sea, folks. Is that how you spell it? Piracy? Is that the spelling? Is that how we spell that? Oh, yeah. That's how we spell it. Sense, we'll put money up there because that's one eye, isn't it? Mon is one, like the monarchy. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's get our currents. Light, accord, accordingly. Oh, we all want to be in accord, don't we? Because then we're in a tune, don't we? We're all in a tune. Oh, we all got to be tune. And then we've got to atone, don't we? Oh, then we've got to atone. You see how that works? But in here, to get to the accord, there's an arc, isn't there? Oh, wait a minute, there's an arc. Is there a vessel there somewhere? Or is that an arc? Is that an arc or an arc? Arc, what's arc? Norm? Oh, look at that. Do you see that? It's light. This is all cipher. See, Lou. You're in the loo, you're in the lull. Lullaby. See, when a ship is in the lull, it's going nowhere. That's why the cipher is Lucifer. Lucifer. See, you got over here, again, over here, discord, cipher. We'll put cipher under there with legalese as well, shall we? Because that's fitting, isn't it? That figures. What am I writing? Oh, I forgot what I was writing then. Cipher. Cipher, no less. The old cipher, eh? Excuse me. And if you're in the lull, if you're in a lullaby because your ship, because your vessel, your ship has been pirated by the pirates, you see. And there's all sorts of discord going on because you go into those chat rooms called Discord, don't you? There's all sorts of babble, legalese and cipher going on there. In fact, what you do is you sit round. See how this works? You sit around and discuss things, don't you? Hi Janine, thanks for coming to the table. G'day Adam. Another English lesson, mate. Glad you could join us. Andrew, thank you. So when we go into Discord, we sit around and we or when we sit around with people, we like to discuss, don't we? Look at the word, dis and cuss. And then we like to converse as well, don't we? You see how that works? Con and verse. Is there a con in the verse? Yeah, there is, folks. It's all cipher. It's all discord. It's legalese, babble. It's colour of law. That's what's going on. So we need to get back over and have standing on these rules. These are the rules that are easy for us to live by, and this is why ignorance of the law was no excuse. Okay? Every home had one of these. It recorded your family, history, your ancestry, your whakapapa. That's what it did. It was a record. It was a record, folks. See that? It was a record. Do you get that? We like to record things, don't we? Because it brings us back into atonement of mind. You see how that works? Oh, that light no good. I'll try and turn that light off. I don't think it's making much difference. You guys all right there? You following along? You following along? Are you beside me? That's where I'd rather yous be. Hey, B. Hey, you. Hey, you. That's gold. See how that works? That's how that works. Right, so we're all on Discord. And we're all on Discord because this is all spelling. It's all spelling, it's all spells. And it's getting us into discord because we sit around and we and we cuss and we con and we verse instead of communicating. And, resorting to name-calling bullshit. Like, I'm getting a lot of flack on Facebook with a lot of my posts. I don't give a shit. It's good because people are questioning. And when you're questioning, again, folks, I'll give it to you. It's the quest eye on. Actually, my pen's running out. Quest eye on, folks. What's the quest you're on? Hey? Are you as king? Are you being as kings out there? Captains of your ship? Of your vessels? Of your vassals? Of you? Hey, you getting a handle on yourself yet? Your vessel? Your vassal? Hey, we need to get out of that discord. We need to record, don't we? That's, accordingly, that figures, doesn't it? Figures as numbers. And you see how all this works? This all gets us into raru-raru, into arguments. We argue. You don't want to argue anything, folks. As soon as you start arguing, you're giving weight to the other person's standing. Think about that. Think about that for a minute while I figure out where I was going to go next. Oh yeah, that's right. I do want to. I'll give you this again because it's all about. It's all about sound. Sound, and if the words and the sounds that we're trying to use to cast to others in our efforts to share what we know now, and it's all in discord, then this is what's happening. This is what's happening. Anxiety, disconnect and division has been built into this language. It's the Phoenicians, it's the phonics The phonics comes from the Phoenicians. They were a seafaring race. Okay? They were the conspiracies. And that's what's been going on. And we're getting shipwrecked over here. We're getting destroyed. There's no objections over here that are stopping this. There needs to be more objection, and you're the object. This is the objective, to get us all back over here. But you need to be captains of your ship. You see how that works? You have to take control of your vessels. Become the captains. Become the head. Become the mast. The master. Become the mast, like the tree. Branch out a little bit. Do a little bit of knowledging. Because, again, knowledge. Oh yeah, I'll get onto this. If I'm able to carry on, I'll go for as long as I can, and as long as you guys want me to hang in there. I'll put gift up there if I get to it. Knowing, where was I? Bugger. Works and frequencies. It's all about frequencies and energy. And your ability to be able to... See, the English language is an amazing language. And words are incredible things. They can create and they can destroy. They are creators and destroyers. It's like this word God here too can also be generator, operator, destroyer. Or in the Indian aspects of it, it's Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. Creator, maintenance and destroyer. The triune. The triune. I me my. I me my. Us we our. Us we and our. See, so this is what's happening. This is where we're getting into misunderstandings, because it's built into the language. Okay? And this is how politicians are getting away with pretty much everything they're getting away with, because in fact they are standing up there and telling you exactly what they're going to do to you. But you're not comprehending what they're telling you. You know, our senses are visual. Most of our communication is visual. Over 60%, I do believe, is visual. So you're all just looking at what's going on, and you're in a state of, because that TV's got you in an alpha wave, you're drowning in EMFs, and you know, and you're in a state of relaxing, and they're hypnotizing you, folks. It's mind control. It's just straight out mind control. And unless you start being as kings and start questioning, then we're going to continue being over here under mind control and the Dead Sea, folks. The Dead Sea Scrolls. You know, all these religious people talk about speaking in tongues. We already are. We already are speaking in tongues. Do you see? It's discord. Well, it's all connected. I mean, it's all in the spellings. Start deciphering some of the words, some of the wards. Wards, they're war dens, they're dens. And in fact, as soon as you mention a word, you're almost separating yourself. Unless you are extremely clear on what it is you are purveying or expressing. Because words can be complicated. I mean, try telling someone who's never eaten a banana what a banana tastes like. Try that. But you can see this. You can see it. Because you're on the ocean. Asking for mercy. Mercy's money. Merci. The French is mercy. I don't know what that means. Thank you. Money, thank you. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Doesn't it? That makes sense. Merci. Thank you. See, this is what's happening. We're getting in discord. And being 70% water, what we're saying and doing, and the vibration, and the disconnect, and the spells within those words, are keeping us in a state of division. A Greek preposition, by way of knowledge. through by way of knowledge. Knowledge is power. That one there's dangerous, folks. That TV's giving you all sorts of stuff. You need to get away from that. You need to get away from that TV. Hey, that's what we need to be doing. Right, so I might, have I gone through everything? Oh yeah, here's some other words for you. Should we just do another couple of these? Are you getting bored yet? Have a look at some of the comments. Everyone's watching. Hey, like and share, guys. Like and share. Because it's our time. Our time is now. It's now. See, it's in there. The now ledge, folks. You're on a ledge. And they're trying to push you over. They want you back over here. With all the T's and C's. The trackings and the controls. Oh, it doesn't mean terms and conditions. Oh, it does. It means terms, all right. All full of sentences. Like 6 months in hard labour. Terms and sentences. See, the words and the structures of things have got us in discord. And that's why it's falling apart. It has been for a long time. That's why so many people are in the same boat, in that they're all trying to fight all these issues. And I brought a group together here in Nelson. I brought a group of us together called We the People, trying to bring a few of the heads of different outfits, whether it was the smartphone people, or the smart meter people, or the fluoride people, or the brodificum. They were spreading the poison up here in people's water supplies. And they just went ahead and did it. Old Nick Smith changed the rules. That's what they do, folks. They just change the rules because they can. See, they can, because it's colour of law. They can just keep on doing what they're doing because they've got you all over here in Raru land. You're all in lullaby land. Your ships have got no wind. You got no power. You got no power because you haven't got any knowledge. You need to start schooling yourselves up, folks. I need yous. I'm a selfish bugger. I need yous on board. We're back on the ship again. Here's me board. So we got to start a bit of water under the bridge. There's another nice term for you. Get a bit of water under the bridge, folks. Because all your discord is just gonna be a cacophony. It's a cacophony. See that? The old phonics, the old phony. iPhone, tablet. Look at all these stuff they give you. A tablet and an iPhone full of programs. I mean, it's just in your face, folks, and they monitor you. They monitor you all the time. You're on monitor. And see, when this stuff's going into your heads, and your subconscious is picking all this up, because your conscious brain isn't. It's good now, we're actually starting to get a little bit of consciousness. Consciousness is happening whether you want it or not, actually, folks. You got no choice in the matter. Now, you can stay over here in Raru land, or you can start figuring out what's going on. And get standing and affirm your truth. Because there's no excuse. Ignorance of the law, there's no excuse. It's pretty easy. Cause no harm. Cause no injury. Do unto others. Live and let live. I mean, it's pretty simple stuff, folks. This stuff here, man, you're going to get shipwrecked. Your vessel's doomed. In fact, it's open for salvage. I mean, is it starting to make sense? Are you starting to see? I need to put C there. C and C. Or should we just put real eyes, eh? Are we starting to realise the discord that's been in tent? It's in your tent, mate. They put it in your tent. They're telling you. Everywhere you look, they're telling you exactly what's going on. They've got to. They've got to, folks. It's caveat emptor. Remember, buyer beware. If I tell you my guitar's worth $10,000 and you walk down the road playing it and it falls apart, mate, let those that be deceived be deceived. And that's where this thing here comes in. That's where that comes in, folks. Because that's the ability to respond. Do you see how that works? Because then you're in accord. Then you have knowledge. Now, power. And that's a gift. Because the lights come on, don't you? With knowledge. You become light-hearted, in fact, they say. That's what they're telling you. Do you see? Oh, the CIA, there they are. Oh, the CIA. See that platform there? These platforms, folks, they were all created by the CIA. They know exactly what you're doing. They know exactly what you're up to. They know, they've told you. In front of your faces, folks. They've told you. What else? I was trying to put some... You know, they've told you. They've told you what's going on because it confers consent. It confers consent. You know, you want to stay over here, leave me alone, you know. I don't want a tax. I don't like a tax. You got to stay vigilant. You want to know why? You got to stay vigilant, folks. Hey, you got to ask why. You got a question. Hey, become the vigilante. And then you're able to respond. You see how that works? Then you got power. You can all be in accord. Commune. Oh, we like a bit of commune in the church too, don't they? I mean, I don't try to use biblical terms, and I'm not biblical. Because it's Bible. It's old and it's new and it's written and rewritten and... Oh, man, it's ridiculous. But there are underlying truths that are in there, okay? And for those who mind, those who've mind, it will matter. Because they've mined. You see that? It's gold. They've mined it. It's the gold. You've got to find the gold in these things. And there's gold here. There's beautiful things here. Incredible things. I'd love to be seeing English teachers teaching this stuff in school to our kids. Mate, should be a totally different world. Man, woohoo! Bring it on, I say. Oh, I can only speak for myself, though. Hey, I can only speak for myself. Actually, that's what I was going to do. You see how that works? A lesson? A lesson is to learn. A lesson is to earn. You've got to earn. That's where you get back to mining. Because at mine, your mind. Do you mind? Oh, you don't mind. Oh, well, if you don't mind, you don't matter. Because it's a big pronoun, folks. It is a big pronoun. It. And when you're silent, that's what you get. Okay? We want to get back to this, which is sight. Hey, which takes a little bit of knowledge. Hey, see how that works? Do you see how that works? That's how that works, folks. And it works. And then, yeah. You're working, aren't you? Was that walking? Was that war? Are we war kings? We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that because we're over here then. We're on the seas, we're on piracy, remember? We're war kings, aren't we? We don't want to be war kings. And when we're war kings, we rant. Don't we? We rant about war. You see how that works? Ranting about war. You need a warrant, don't you? WAF. Hey? A warrant of fitness. So they're telling you you're unfit. You see the inference? Everything's backwards. But everything's there. Everything's there for you to decipher. You can decipher. Instead of being Lou-cipher in a lull about the ciphers, you can decipher. You see how that works? And de-spell. You can de-spell and decipher, bringing you knowledge in the now, which is power, giving you enlightenment. You're in accord, you're attuned, you have the ability to respond, and you can see, which gives you, again, there's the light, the arc, the knowledge, the knoll on the edge, the Ark of the Covenant, wasn't it, folks? Is that the Ark of the Covenant there? Oh, yeah, it's interesting, eh? Frequency. Frequency, record, in accord, accordance, becomes frequent. And then we have frequency, which is a wave, but they call that hertz, don't they? They call that hertz. Again, they're trying to negate the energy and the power of the sound you're using to decipher the world and things going on around you. You see? We want to evolve, folks. To evolve is to go round, isn't it? Revolve, a revolution, one revolution. They call us revolting, don't they, folks? Best we get up to it then. What do you think? Or do you not? Well, if you don't mind, it won't matter, will it? Hey? Timing. Here, sound. Oh, that sounds good. Hey, sound and light. See, here's a beautiful thing. When light comes into a room, darkness scarpers. In fact, there's no such thing as darkness. There is only no light. Think about that. And that's you. That's you, folks. You are the light. You are the light. You see, you are the spark. The spark, you know, the arc and the spark. Do you see how that all works? It's a covenant. It's a cove. Oh, we're back in the sea again. Is this ark a vessel on the sea? It's all about you, isn't it? Where did I draw you? There. It's all about you again, folks. Do you see about that? You better get a handle on it. Can you handle it? How full's your vessel, eh? Is it half full or half empty? Best you fill them up, because then you can quench the thirsts of others. Because there's a lot of people are thirsty. They've been out at sea a long time. They've been out at sea a long time, folks. They need to become captains of their ship. Become the masters of their vessels. Hi Marie, thanks for joining us. That's it, folks. It's pretty simple. And like you don't have to pick up all the flowery other stuff, the hearsay. There's a lot of hearsay in here. Did you hear what I say? Well, they love that in court too, don't they? And you got five police officers operating under legislation way outside their jurisdiction and seeming authority, the authors of the writ. The writ is right. It's very close to light is right. Oh, that's right, Norm. And it's a writ. Actually, I've got this written here somewhere, right? I don't have it. No, maybe I didn't. It's right. It's your right, folks. You want to be the author. You want to be the authority. Why? Because it simply makes sense, doesn't it? Because then you're not operating in stormy waters. Well, outside of your league. Leagues. Beautiful, there's another one. League, of course, leagues under the sea. Oh, your legs. Oh, look at that. See, this is what happens. You start finding things you didn't know about before. Leagues and fathoms and volume. Volume, sound. Beautiful. You see how that works? You see how you can start despelling? Volumes, leagues under the sea, the current sea, the moaning, the begging, the beggars, the hypnotism, the mind control, the selfish. Oh, we're back in the sea again, folks. When you are selfish, you listen to fear. Do you get that? You see how that works? You can think about that for a wee while. You can pause if you want to. It's good to pause, because when we pause... Pause. Oh, that's an interesting word too. Pause. Oh, look, we're back in the water again. Oh, no, poor. Oh, shit. Hey, shite. Shh about it. Shh about it, Norm. Stop telling everybody. Everybody, every vessel, every light. Silent. There's a pause. I love it. And there's cause, isn't there? Oh, there's causation in there. Oh, silent because it means to listen. See how that works? T. Oh, we'll go S-I-L-E-N-T. See, code. It's all code, folks. It's all codified. It's codified. They fried you with the code, folks. You're in the CODE. What am I doing? You're in the game, folks. You've been booked. You've been booked. You've been booked. I'll show you how that works. Your vessels are right here, right? You've been booked. Okay. Booked. Books are binding, aren't they? Books are binding. And when they book you, where's the word? I'm trying to find it here. Haven't I got it? Oh, I haven't got it. Charge, don't they charge? They charge you, folks. Don't they? When they book you, because you're over here. When they book you, they give you a ticket because you're a passenger on something. You're on board. People who pay for tickets, folks, are on board. It just makes sense, doesn't it? It just makes sense, folks. Do you see what's going on? Do you see what's going on there? Decipher keys, where was I? Yeah. Do you see how that works? Cycles, circles, time. Oh, I was finishing something over here, actually. What was I? Where was I? I get lost. I get lost at sea sometimes, folks. But spellbound. Bound, binding, bound, charge. Oh, that's right, charge. They charge you. They charge you up, don't they? Hey, they bring you back into the world of the dead. They make a claim. They claim against you. They claim against you, your vessel. That's what they're doing, rape, pillaging and plundering your vessel. Your birthright. Hey, and that makes sense, doesn't it, folks? That kind of rounds up, doesn't it? Or ring. Here's another one, there's a beautiful one. Ring, rings round. See that? A ring. Rings true, doesn't it? Rings true with the truth. Where is the truth? Ah, there is the truth. Be careful where you lay, because then you might lie. Do you see how that works? So currently you're being charged. You're being booked, you're being charged, you're bound, and then you think it's fine, because they give you one. They say, oh, that's fine. And you go, mercy, mercy, money. And you're trying to find a solution. You're trying to find a solution which is more money. It's more liquid, more liquidity. Do you see? Do you see? I don't mean to be patronising. I don't try to be patronising. I don't try to be arrogant or all-knowing, because I don't know. I don't know shit. I know what I know, but you know what you know. You're all experts. Hey? You're all experts. You like to express, don't you? It means to get out. That's all I'm doing. Because we don't know how long we're here for, folks. Haunt you. Well, it don't haunt you. It's on your tail. It's on your tail, folks, but it's all right. Just breathe. Here's look, Berth, Bearth. Earth is round, Berth. Berth's a beautiful thing. There's words inside these. Birth, breath, die. Oh, no, sorry, die. No, that's in that one. We'll cut that off. 2 worlds. Oh, we don't like talking about dying. Oh, don't die, Norm. You like to dye your hair, though, don't you? You like to dye your hair. It's colour of law, isn't it? Oh, we like dye. It's colour. Colour of law. That's the hue of man, isn't it? Is that the hue of man? Is that a hue, man? Hey, you, man. I'm talking about you. Your little vessels. So look, there's all these other words in here. So you can start to decipher stuff, man. It doesn't work every time. Sometimes you'll find things, sometimes you won't. Sometimes there's things there, sometimes there's not. But you can start doing this yourselves, people. Yourself. Why? Why? Oh, you are. Oh. Why our? Because then you can question as kings, asking questions. Why our? About ourselves. So look, all these other lovely words here. Are, at, be, all states of being. Breathe, yes, makes sense. Makes beautiful sense. Eat, yes, it's knowledge is eating. It fulfills us. Food for thought. We love it. Gives us to the heart of things, the hearth. The hearth gives us warmth. We love that warmth on the earth. Self-explanatory, really. You just got to hear. Her is in there. Tear and ear. All on that one word. You see how that works? You see how the many levels of communication are going on that you're not picking up consciously, but your subconscious picks up everything. It misses nothing. And they know this. They know how we operate. They know how we operate, folks. They know. They've been here for a wee while studying us and manipulating us, telling us all sorts of lies so that we lay. And then we're in a lay again, aren't we? Isn't it a place on the side of the roads, and roads are an admiralty law? Remember how that worked? The currency, the banks, manipulating the flow of money, water, liquidity. They control the currency. Do you see? Do you see where we are? We need to get back over here, and we need to start to test some of these cons, folks. And then we have contest. And then we're a contestant. And instead of pushing their buttons that tell us to submit all the time, see, and again, another word they use to make you less of what you are. But you see, once you have insight, once you have a insight, and that is going to incite, make no mistake, because it means you're questioning. Stand in front of the mirror and start questioning yourself. Biggest thing you need to do though is start forgiving yourself, folks. Put water under the bridge. Forgive those that have shit on you. Forgive those that have crapped on you and treated you like you've allowed them to treat you. Because that's a reflection of them, not you. Okay? Not. Here's another C term. Knots. Become knots and say no. Say no, folks. Draw your lines in the sand, because then you're on the land again, folks. And you're going to have standing. You're going to be in truth. And people will respond to that, folks. They will respond. Because they will see you in me, and me in you. Do you see how that works? Actually, I've got a drink. I've got a drink here. Excuse me. Actually, I've got a couple other things here. I don't know how long this is going to go on for. If you guys are still hanging around, I'm going to carry on, I suppose. So yeah, don't keep calm, folks. Get active. Change the world, man. You're only here for a short time, not a long time. Best we have some impact, eh? Because what's the shit that's going down now is it's just insane. It really is insane, folks. The disconnect to what's going on and what you're being told is going on is a chasm that you need to start breaching things. Hey, it's funny. It's not really very funny, is it? We need to start getting honest and truthful with ourselves, those around us, and start questioning, especially this media. Man, we need to take this media over. Get out of that thing. Get out of this thing here, folks. Go and trash that thing, mate, because it's monitoring you right from the very start with all its programs. Another one there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, get back to the laws of nature. Pretty simple. These are the symbols, the sounds. The laws of nature are written in the language of mathematics, folks. Oh, that figures, Norm. The sounds are triangles. The symbols are triangles, circles, and other geometrical figures, without whose help it is impossible to comprehend a single word. And we're even having trouble when we put all those circles, triangles, and other geometrical figures together. We're having trouble because we're all in discord, and we need to get in accord, in accordance with each other. And that's sharing and information sharing. And that's what we need to be doing. Alright, I'm just going to do a bit of a... So again, gnosis, knowledge, understanding, it's all in front of your faces. Remember that? Oh, Karl Marx, he said, the oppressed are allowed once every few years to decide which particular representatives of the oppressing class are to represent and repress them. Okay? And you start waking up, folks. Start spreading some information, start sharing things around. Because the world has changed, the table has been cleared. The board has been wiped and the fog is lifting. The veil's dissolving and the celestial bodies are aligning. As the lights are turning on, the curtain lifts. You stand on a precipice of one of the greatest shows in the universe. One of the most paradigm-shifting events to be witnessed by everybody on such a monumental level. It is truly unprecedented, and from which the impacts and repercussions will be felt for many thousands of years as humanity embraces the increasing frequencies and vibrations of self-realization that will resonate you to the core of your soul and beyond. An opportunity of such profound implications we could never imagine or see. We are now becoming the true creators of our destiny and a new world with everything in order as we move to the next levels of enlightenment, awareness, degrees of beyond our wildest dreams, as we harness the reins and seize the crown. You have first-class tickets and front row seats, so let's all stand united together in love, in spirit, and in the fullness of our individual and united souls, and shine brighter than the brightest stars, shedding our lights openly into the corners of our being, and watch the darkness flee as we bring peace to earth. Everything we've been waiting for, materializing before our very eyes, folks. Welcome, and love and rejoice. You are becoming conscious. I thank you for your time. Love and light.